What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman. And today we are out here on one of my favorite little lakes, and we're about to slay some bass. That is because I have my new favorite crankbait on me today, and that is this mega bass, flat-sided. It's like I got it in a shadow color. It's a little square bill, dives like 7-8 feet, something like that. I'll put the exact details and names of the bait somewhere up here. But anyways, y'all get the point. But today we're taking this thing and we're gonna be targeting deep structure. There's a lot of concrete pipes, some concrete, just like cinder blocks, stuff like that, trees, stumps that have all been just dumped out here in this lake. I know where these spots are, and I'm just gonna take this crankbait and I'm gonna run it across them. And the bass have just been hammering it, just smoking it like none other. It is going to be a good day, more than likely. So hopefully y'all enjoy this episode, and hopefully I slay some bass for y'all today. But anyway, sit tight, relax, and enjoy the show. There we go, fish on, fish on, fish on. Good hit, good hit. Oh, he's not that big, but definitely a feisty little dude. Came up and absolutely cranked. Oh, got it, okay. This water's murky, I thought it had a lot more line out. He's actually foul hooked in the gut. No wonder he was pulling so good. But he came up and crushed a crankbait for the first fish of the day. And come here, little buddy, and we got him. Boom, bada bing, first fish of the day. Not a giant, but a super healthy little dude. I mean, he was pulling like crazy. I did have him like gut hooked, so he had a little bit more power than if I had him hooked in the mouth. But I mean, look at the little belly on this guy. I mean, he has been eating. Healthy fish, definitely a future giant. Let's get him back in. Later, buddy. There we go, fish on, and another little healthy chunk, and we are off to a strong start with the crankbait. This like medium diving square bill is pulling in these bass. We've taken like 10 casts with it, 2 fish right out the gates, held up on this structure, and is hopefully gonna stay like this as I move around to all my little spots in this pond, and we're just gonna catch pig after pig after pig. Starting after these guys, because these guys are not monsters, but they're healthy fish. I actually got this one hooked in the mouth, unlike the last dude, so that's a good sign. Moving up in size, definitely a better fish, a little bit bigger. We're probably pushing 2.5 with this guy right here, and he absolutely nailed that crankbait. I think he hit it when I paused it or sped it up right there, and he just absolutely crushed it with all his fury. So we're gonna go ahead and get him back in, get that crank back in the water so we can get another one of these green dudes in the boat. Swim on, brother. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's get this crank back out here. I think I found what these bass have been wanting, because I've been fishing this pond with other stuff, and this is the one thing I knew that they would hit, but I've been trying to like keep it interesting, try to do other things besides fishing crankbaits, because I know it's not the most exciting bait in the world to watch me fish with, but hey, it catches fish, and y'all like to see me catch fish, and I like to catch fish, so we're throwing it today, and we're gonna try to catch a hog. There we go, fish on, number 3. Oh yes, if it stays like this at all, we're gonna have a good day. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, I love when they're munching. Come on in here, buddy. Come on in here. We are just killing them right out of the gate. I mean, with all the chattering to the camera and everything, it's only been 9 minutes, 3 fish. These fish are hammering the crankbait. We're gonna get it back out there and hopefully find some bigger fish, because I know there's bigger ones out there. These are all healthy, solid 2.5 pounders, but we're trying to find those 3s and 4s, 5s and 6s, and maybe even a 10, but we'll take this. Later, dude. Oh my God, guys, I literally have a loss for words. Like, look at my hands, I'm tripping. I literally caught a 10. I caught a 10, guys, and my GoPro was off. It died, literally, and I took one more cast, and I caught a freaking 10. Take a look at, I mean, look at this fish. Look at this fish. A 10-gram bass, a 10-gram bass. This thing is an absolute beast. Yep, yep, next cast, we're up. We are hooked up. These fish are liking that stop and go pause tactic. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Bigger fish, bigger fish, bigger fish. Oh yes, that is what I like to see. A nice 3 or 4 pounder on the end of my line is what it looked like. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on in here, buddy. Do not get off. No, he got off. No, dang it. All right, that's okay. When the fish are coming in hot like this, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get another one this cast. Are y'all ready? Okay, maybe not that cast. I'll keep y'all posted when I get a fish. Probably won't be too long. There we go, fish on. Fish on, they want that stop and go. They want the stop and go. That is what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Still in that 2-pound class. We lost the bigger one, but you know what? We're gonna take these healthy 2-pounders all day because this bass choked it. Absolutely choked it. That is exactly how you want them eating your crankbaits, all the way down their throat. He wasn't going anywhere. Crushed that bait on the stop and go. And oh God, man, you can't get enough of these little dudes. It's a blast out here. Well, I guess this is some form of redemption for losing that last fish, but it's only been another 3 minutes. I mean, they're just coming in hot. This is too much fun. Oh, gotta get back out there. Yes. Swim on, my dude. So that's probably enough fish where I can start talking about my setup that I'm using here today. I have a 7'2" rod, medium power, moderate action rod. And what that allows me to do is basically take this bait and cast it to the freaking moon and beyond. So what this rod is like really good for is it has a ton of like bendiness in the rod. Let me grab this bait and show that for y'all real quick. Like, see how much flex there is in that rod? So when I go back to make a cast, this rod's gonna load all the way up with the weight of that bait, and then as I come across, it's gonna totally release it, sending this bait flying. And this is really good for throwing baits in open water because you can just absolutely heave them, especially like crankbaits, moving baits, stuff like that. But besides that, you don't really want to use a rod like that for like pitching worms or anything like that. Just for catching fish like this with crankbaits is my preferred method for a rod type like this. But outside of the rod, we got the reel right here, a 6 what is it? A 6-6-1. That's what we are. I couldn't remember if it was a 6-1-1 or a 6-1 or something like that, but it's a 6-6-1, and it is doing the trick just fine for reeling this bait at the right speed because clearly we're catching tons of fish. Oh, okay. You done did it. You done did it. Can you calm down? Because no one wins when you freak out. Probably the longest fish that we've got in the boat today. Definitely not the fattest, but a good, healthy fish nonetheless. Definitely moving up in size a little bit. And I just want to get a solid bass, like 5+. That would make my day. It's been a minute since I've caught a nice, chunky bass. The last good size one was that one in the mini Whopper Plopper video. And that was like a month ago. So this is a good little bass. Let's get her back in the water. Peace out. So if I catch a fish, this cast right here, I'm gonna need y'all to absolutely smash that like button, smash it to 1,000,000 freaking pieces because they are bass hungry. Yep. There we go. What'd I tell y'all? Smash it to 1,000,000 freaking pieces, guys. Smash that like button because we are catching bass every freaking cast out here. This is insane. They are stacked up so freaking much on this structure out here. Oh God, this is gonna be a fun day. This is gonna be a fun day. Sit back and enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen, and another one. Now, where did that get you? Nowhere. They just keep coming. They just freaking keep coming. Another gorgeous bass. This one still in that same size range, like high 2s, pushing 3 maybe. Maybe, but solid fish. Let's get it back out there. Gotta tie my line back on because I accidentally snapped my crankbait off, unfortunately. There we go, fish on. Fish on, like clockwork. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. These fish are just out here having a good time, munching on this crank, and we got one surfing right on in here because I got his mouth pried wide open. Come on in here, buddy. serve no match for the crank. I'm sorry. Another good looking fish, except for the fact that it's got this weird freaking growth on its throat right here. Look at this thing. It's gross looking. Touch. Ew. It's like a, I don't know, it feels like a bone, like a slimy bone. That's kind of gross. We're gonna go ahead and get her back in, Bo. There you go, buddy. Story time real quick. So y'all have been watching my videos for a minute, a good amount of y'all. Some of y'all are new, but a lot of y'all, and pretty much I would assume all of y'all that watch me regularly, know that I give away $20 Tackle Warehouse gift cards pretty much every single week. And the people over at Tackle Warehouse actually gave me a call because y'all have been typing those codes in so fast, and it's like overloading their system with like false, I don't know, basically they're having too many come through at the same time, so they asked me to find another way to give y'all gift card codes, which is what I'm gonna have to do, and just catch more bass while I'm at it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a Gmail, I think I'm gonna call it like FTF giveaways or something like that, and what I'm gonna do is post a code in a video once a week, basically like a password for that Gmail, or not password for the Gmail, but like if you send me that, hold on, let me get this fish in here real quick and I'll finish talking. Oh, there we go, a nice chunk. Probably the best one we've landed today. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Ah, yes, a nice 4.5 pounder. That is more the size that we're after today. But what I was saying is I'm gonna make a new format for the $20 giveaway. Basically, I'm gonna take a Gmail, FTF giveaways is what I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna put that Gmail and a word or a phrase randomly in one video a week, just like I would the code for Tackle Warehouse. And what I want y'all to do is send me whatever that code or phrase is to that Gmail. The first email I get in response after the video is posted, I will send a $20 Tackle Warehouse gift card code to that person, and hopefully they'll get some baits and catch a nice bass like this. But let's go ahead and get this girl back in the water. Here you go, pretty mama. Swim on. You need a second to revive? Here you go. Off she goes. Wow, that was an insane day, and I actually need to make the video into 2 parts or it's gonna be almost 30 minutes long. In the second part, I catch 7 bass on 7 casts in a row. Yes, take that in. That is mind-boggling, so make sure you're on the lookout for that when it drops. But let's jump straight into the picture, comment, and question of the day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like for me. It goes a long way for me, the channel, and everything we're doing here. And if you want to go the extra mile, lightly tap that subscribe button and the bell notification bell while you're at it. But as always, bassing is a passion. Peace!